Welcome back, everybody. IGN Live from Comic-Con 2016. I'm Damon, this is Eric. We are joined by the cast of The Flash. Grant here is The Flash himself. Tom Cavanagh has been Dr. Wells, may or may not be Dr. Wells in the future. It's a little unclear.
Right. It's unclear.
Who knows? Jesse L. Martin is Joe, Barry's adopted father. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Thank you, man.
Season 3 is back October 4th, where we left things off at the end of Season 2, pretty much leaves anything possible.
Well, yeah, even as he was saying, is his adoptive father. I was like,
but
is he? Yeah. Which is why I'm very curious how this interview will go, because what can you say? I mean, he made such a huge choice at the end of last season.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And you know, what can you say about when we pick up and when and how we might pick up following those events?
Well, we've announced the Flashpoint storyline, and we all know that Flashpoint is a very different world. So I think the most obvious thing that will happen is Barry's got 2 parents in this world. And then, yeah, because of that, everything else that changed when he was a kid is not the same anymore. So his lifestyle is just kind of him and his family. So the whole life we've had the first 2 seasons has been seriously altered.
Is that just a trip for you, all of you guys? You know, it's only year 3 of the show, and now it's like, right now at least, you're resetting everything you've done?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I'll say, I think it's when we first started on it.
Yeah.
We came out of the gate so quickly. It felt like in terms of story, like it just seemed like there's Captain Cole, like just all of a sudden, big plastic. There's all these things that are happening so quickly, and at one point, I said to these guys, like, are we all worried about story? And Greg Berlanti said, verbatim, he's like, there's always more story. And that's one of the joys of doing this show, is like, there's like decades worth of stuff. Like just the fact that now we're doing Flashpoint.
Yeah.
You know, and I think about all the other stuff that's out there. Personally, I find it, as opposed to like repeating the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just like one of the great things about this show is like, here's the next episode and the next episode, we're not standing still, we're moving. And I like that, I think it's cool.
It's amazing that we get these characters that we think might just be this person, right? And then suddenly a plot twist happens and we're completely different people.
Yeah.
Like completely different people with completely different relationships.
Yeah.
You don't usually get a show where you get to do that kind of thing. I mean, the stuff that I've gotten to do with both of these guys because of that is really interesting to me as an actor. Like, I suddenly have a different relationship with him, and I have a different relationship with him. Every time he shows up, I'm like, something about that face, I don't know.
Do I trust
different guy.
Well, that's the thing about Joe. It's like I was thinking about the fact that, you know, it's a very different thing to say, oh, that's the son of my good friend, than I raised this boy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for you guys, because it's a relationship that people really know and love, is it strange for you to, okay, now we have to have, like, maybe a little distance there?
That's strange.
Yeah, well, and I will say that, like, Flashpoint, it won't, like, there's ramifications throughout the whole season, but it won't necessarily last as long as some people are expecting it to last, I guess.
Right.
But there are permanent effects for on the rest of the show. So, you know, there's not a complete departure from all the relationships that have existed.
Teaser.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent teaser, though, right?
Teaser.
There was some info in there, though, like
Yeah,
sandwiched in there.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it was
Well, year 3, you're getting really good at that. You know?
The media training is strong.
yeah, cool.
That's right.
Thanks.
It's relevant now, yeah.
Because you know, I was even thinking, like, you know, preparing for this interview, I'm like, well, last time we saw Wells and his daughter, they were taken off back for where they were from. But yeah, none of that, in the premiere at least, we shouldn't expect that anything we last saw would be that.
You shouldn't expect anything.
Yeah,
Hopefully expectations are a mistake.
Something will be airing, hopefully. But
There is a TV show that we're a week and a half into shooting. Yes, we have.
After that, no promises.
Yes,
All bets are off.
We're still making the Flash.
we know that we will see Wally has Kid Flash in this version. Is that fun for you to get? They keep throwing some other speedsters alongside.
No, I love it. Yeah, it's really cool. I love Keenan, and the first time we were in the suit, it was. I mean, it's cool for him, and knowing what that moment was like for me, I appreciated it for him for sure. But I mean, and then we had a moment together where we both got to do speedster things. So we had some fun together. It was cool. I was teaching him how to do my slide-in stop, actually.
You know, at this point, you know, when I think about it, though, all of you already had played at least one different version of your character, especially after last season or two. But this guy, he's like the master of it. He's played like a half dozen. So at this
27 different.
Yeah. So at this point, it just doesn't faze you at all when you're like, okay, what's this?
There's a number that are official, And then there's about, another 27 or so that are like unofficial versions that I do.
They just do it home privately for yourself.
The Christopher Walken one that we all enjoyed,
yes.
But it was like, for example. So yeah, there's
hasn't made it to the camera yet, though.
A voice did briefly.
did slip in there.
It did slip in. Yeah. This is annoying right there, I'm sure, for the people who are watching. But anyway, they're so funny. No, I love it. I love the fact that there's not often that you can sign on to a show and be given new avenues with ostensibly what is supposed to be the same character, but it's a completely different person. So many different times that you take to the stage. It's I think, as Jesse was saying, it's like playing the differences and moving through stuff as opposed to just repeating the same thing is thrilling. Certainly for an actor, it's amazing. It's a great opportunity.
It'll be very interesting to see where Barry and Iris's relationship is when we come back.
Yeah.
The show is very mean to people who have always been shipping, hoping they'll get together.
Very mean. I like that. You just threw that. The show's mean.
It almost gets them together, and then the show's just
completely personal. It's completely personal.
There's my card.
In that one aspect, people really want to see them get together.
Yeah. I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
But I feel they've gotten to like.
Yeah, calm down.
Come on, they have. We've seen this. We've seen express their love.
Yeah.
We don't give up.
Smart
Don't give up hope.
I'm going to keep hope.
Don't give up
Be
hope.
hopeful.
There are some people who think, Barry, that was it a very selfish move to do what he did,
totally.
Given the ramifications of it. What do you think about that decision?
I don't think Barry makes any decision lightly. So I think that if it was a selfish decision, and it's it was in its own way, that that'll weigh on him heavily, and he'll try to make up for his bad choices. He does not have a clear conscience ever. I'll say that much.
Okay.
That's great.
Just
wait.
Could never be happier.
So I have to ask you guys, have they given you any heads up on what we should expect from this insane 4-show crossover that you are doing?
December.
I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to talk about any aspect of that other than it's happening.
Right.
Luckily, I don't know anything about it. Other than it's happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of crossovers happening this season, and there's a big one with all the shows happening.
Yeah. Are you excited about the possibilities of just the character interactions? I mean, it's always so exciting to see characters we haven't seen together.
Yeah.
So now you've got even more possibilities.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's
I keep hoping somehow I get to reunite with Callista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's other
But now
Jeremy
you said it
too,
on camera. So
Yeah,
now
they
said that on camera,
Now I feel that has to happen.
And then you say it's as if we knew each other in another life. And
Totally.
there you go.
You know where I'm going with
Interesting story here.
Work it all out. Yeah.
Very good. Flash comes back October 4th for season 3. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Stay tuned. Much more to come from day 3 of Comic-Con on IGN Live after this.